body positivity influencers are passing away. And that makes me wonder why.
Shotcast.
We're fat. Of course we're wearing bike shorts underneath skirts and dresses. No tub up here. We're fat. Of course the only medical advice we've ever received is to lose weight, no matter the ailment. We're fat. Of course men are rude to us in public, but slide into those DMs. We're fat. Of course I've done the Weight Watchers diet. Slim fast. We're fat. Of course we endured a childhood of internalized fat phobia, only to find fat scholarship later in life and discover that anti-fatness is rooted in misogyny, racism, colonialism, and has evolved to be a major tool of patriarchal capitalism. And we've discovered that the way to truly make everyone better and happier is to love ourselves in a way that is rebellious and authentic.
Why? But I start this episode by saying, may their gentle souls rest in peace, and may God grant their family the strength to bear the loss. But this brings me to today's episode, which is how positive is body positivity, the movement. I'm saying, how positive is this body positivity movement? How that people can be healthy at any size? Is that a positive thing? Is that something that is possible? I don't think so. I really don't think so.
Just because I'm fat, that doesn't invalidate the things that I say.
She died.
You ready to get supersized?
She died too.
Today I've got the big Fruit Loop.
He's dead.
Join me on my Fat Positive radio show,
which didn't last long because she died. There are a lot of lies that modern progressivism tells, right? And unfortunately, because a large chunk of the population is stuck on stupid, they do believe them, no matter how obviously deceptive and insane the lies are. A lot of people believe them. I consider one of the most damaging lies that is told by the establishment is that you can be healthy at any size, that you can be obese and somehow happy. And that lie has spawned the absolutely hellish movement, fat positivity.
And I am 100% glorifying obesity, and there's nothing you can do.
Why? Why are you glorifying obesity? Why? I wonder who started this dumbass movement. This old fat movement is dangerous, and we are seeing the effect right now. It's sad that we've become commodity, that every single thing that we do is monetized. And that's why some organizations feel the need to cater to these people and get them on this ideology that you can be this fat but still be healthy, which we all know is impossible. Over and over and over and over again, these people also know it's impossible. But accepting the truth for what it is, which is you need to work on yourself. You need to do something to save your own lives. Don't just play to the hands of these organizations. It is the reason why we have this situation right now. Imagine this lady. Just listen to some of the things she said.
I'm out of breath constantly. And I wish I knew the cost of eating. I wish I knew the cost of the comfort at the time that I was seeking. I ruined my life with food, binge eating, and lack of self-care. And I'm hoping that it's not too late for me this time. I ain't been to the store in 2 years.
Oh, wow.
Maybe more now, I guess. I went to the post office once and that was hard. I went to urgent care and I thought my legs were gonna give out from under me. Because I had to stand there the entire time after walking in. I kept just looking back at the chair and just praying that I could just make it another second until she was done with me. I couldn't even probably go check the mail right now. Between, the growth I have in my fupa, so not my apron, but my pelvic region. It's about 30-40 pounds now. I go in January to see what it is, because apparently there has been a big misunderstanding where my doctor thought I was having issues with my apron, but no, it is the growth below that I have to physically move when I walk. anytime I roll or move or anything, I have to adjust it.
How, and I mean how on earth can this be considered positive? Somebody cannot leave their house. Somebody feels so helpless. Somebody feels trapped in their own home. Someone feels so sick to their bones, to the point that their doctor even misdiagnosed them, and we call that positive. How? It's sad though. It's sad that even social media helps to push this agenda, because you find people online eating themselves to death. But how would they stop when they are getting paid to do that? Like this lady, people are eating themselves to death. That is part of what happened to this girl. You can clearly see it. So how can that be considered body positivity? We're glorifying people dying as something that is positive? How? The problem is people need to start thinking for themselves. Stop listening to the propaganda pushed on social media. Stop listening to all these stupid narratives that it is okay to kill yourself slowly by eating yourself to death. It's sad though. Like this other lady started a podcast around being fat, but she couldn't even live long to see what she started succeed. Why? Because there's really nothing to talk about. Being overweight, we all know, comes with so much pain. Let nobody tell you otherwise. Talk about you not being able to move the way you want, you uncomfortable with yourself, with the kind of clothes you wear, your health, you have all kind of diseases surrounding this, and that is what we're glorifying. We're glorifying people dying at a younger age just so that some organizations can make profits. I mean, there's a particular is it artificial sugar that they said they put in Cokes that is not good for our health. What do you think Coke did? They went around and started paying nutritionists on social media to start pushing these narratives that these diet Cokes are good. And to be honest, I fell for it. I started taking diet Coke. I thought, oh yeah, they said it's cool, it's better than the regular Coke, only to find out that these people were getting paid.
We analyzed thousands of videos on TikTok and Instagram, and we found that the multi-billion-dollar food industry has launched campaigns to sway consumers by essentially paying dietitians to do their marketing for them. And a lot of this is taking place right out in the open, in people's faces, and it's very effective.
Because that shit is just not good for you. What these organizations will do, wherever it is, in the media, just so that they can make profit, wherever it is, they'll push it as a narrative so they can make profit. And the annoying part of it is you have this entire Hollywood platform. You have these celebrities glorifying it, but they're not fat. That's the weirdest part. They're not fat. You want to work in Hollywood, you gotta be a certain size. Oh, the camera makes you 2 times your weight. So people are on very extreme diets in Hollywood, but they're telling you it's okay for you to be fat, for you to embrace yourself to be fat. Really? In my language, they will say entofe dash of funi tare la kokowu, which simply means the person that is telling you to do something, you got to imagine, what is this person actually doing? If celebrities are telling you it is okay for you to be fat, why are they not fat? Why are they not embracing the same shit they're pushing? People need to wake up to the idea that people like Lizzo have tons of people making sure she is healthy, even in the confine of her obesity. She has people making sure she is okay. Why the rest of the world are just listening to this dumb shit and living their life based on the stupid narrative that these idiots are pushing. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, good for these people that passed up. Nah. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. These people are as misled as every one of us. Even though some of us feel, no, this is wrong and we're talking against it, there are people that just find this information comforting. So they accept it, because they feel helpless with their situation. But the best thing we could have done is make them understand, we know you feel helpless, but this is not the right way to live. As a society, we should not incentivize people for doing the wrong thing. And that's what we've come to right now. That's what we are doing right now. That's what we've been doing for a very long time. I mean, recently, is it Southwest started giving plus size people extra seats on the plane, which
Southwest Airlines says plus size passengers who may have difficulty sitting comfortably using the armrest can get an extra seat for free.
Why are we doing that? Why are we not preaching preaching that people need to eat the gym? Why are we not preaching people need to work on their diet? Why are we not preaching people should stop eating so much sugar? But we can't. It's sad. From the bottom of my heart, I pray for their souls and I pray for their family to be able to bear the loss. But every other person, we need to do better. If you have friends that are obese, it's not time to condemn them. It's time to try and motivate them. It's time to help them. It's time to talk to them like it matters, that like their life matters. As a family, you need to talk to them that, look, I care about you. The organizations that are pushing this shit, like just of recent, Victoria's Secret was pushing this idea of fat acceptance with their product, but then it flops. Now they back to the same old shit, which is the angel shit that they were doing, the skinny thing that they were doing before, because it's all about the profit for these organizations. So people need to wake up to that majority of all these organizations pushing this thing is because they know the profit they're gonna make off of you being the way you are. If you have friends that are struggling with obesity, it is not time to condemn them. It's time to just help. Sometimes these people don't want your help, but you gotta still keep trying. Anyway, guys, that's all I got. What do you think? Do you think this body positivity movement is something we should embrace? Or it is time for us as a society to make a U-turn and try to move away from this nonsense? Go into the comment section, tell me what you think, and if you are new to this channel, all you can do for me is subscribe. Click the notification bell so you don't miss my future updates. And on that note, I say thank you once again for joining me on
Shotbust.
Until I see you again, peace.